My name is Jessica. I'm 32 and I have kidney disease.
Hi, my name is Letty Barkas. I'm 66 years old. I had polycystic kidney disease and had my transplant 10.5 years ago.
My name's Adele Dixon. I'm 18 years old and I have kidney disease.
Personal experience with kidney disease is I was diagnosed when I was 2 and I'm 32 now, so 30 years of having kidney disease.
My personal experience started maybe 15, 18 years ago.
My experience with kidney disease started when I was 14 years old.
I was first put on dialysis at 15. My first transplant was 18. My original disease came back when I was 26 and destroyed that kidney, so I was put back on dialysis. Right after my 30th birthday, I got a cadaver donor, and it's still going good.
I was a junior high principal. I was covering for a phys ed teacher and went out onto the playground to cover a phys ed class for them and blacked out. At that point, they started testing me for different things, and it turned up that I had polycystic kidney disease.
I was diagnosed after presenting with excess blood in my kidneys, and I was taken into the IBK, and over those 2 weeks I had a biopsy and several other tests done, which determined that I had glomerulonephritis.
I think one of the hardest moments was probably when I lost my first transplant. The fact that I was losing the kidney, I think it was emotionally hard because it was my mom's. So I felt like I was kind of failing my mom. It was just a really emotional time for me.
Probably with any disease, the hardest moment is when you realize that you have to deal with it. And the fear of the unknown. You don't know what you're facing, you don't know what to expect, you don't know how it's going to affect your family. You're just there grasping at straws, trying to figure out what do I do next.
One of the hardest moments I've faced with kidney disease up to this point is when I was diagnosed with Born-Holmes disease, which came from a weak immune system caused from my kidney disease, and it led to me having a significant physical disability.
Peer support was pretty important to me. We had a lot of decisions to make. When I was diagnosed, it was, will you do peritoneal dialysis? Will you do hemodialysis? Are you eligible for transplant? So all those things come into play, and you're trying to make the best decision for yourself and your family. For me, we went through the session for peer support, got the information and took it home, and my wife was there, and we sat around and decided that for us it looked like peritoneal dialysis would suit us at that time.
I was in the pediatric hospital, so I had lots of other kids. I actually made some really good friends. We still keep in contact today, even in the adult kidney world. My husband is my biggest support. He's also a kidney patient, so he's probably my biggest support, yeah.
I think peer support is a really, really important tool when it comes to being a young person and making decisions that can affect the rest of your life. And I think that having a program like peer support where people can talk to one another is very, very influential on how we have an outlook on the long-term aspect of our lives.
I don't think I can explain the rewards that you get out of this. There's a satisfaction of knowing you help someone, and also the contact and the feedback. I'm in the hospital all the time and I talk to doctors. I sit on 2 or 3 health boards, and the focus is always on the patient. And when you can help a patient along, I think they see the work that we do as being extremely important.
I think just helping people. I'm a people helper. Helps me too, because I feel like my experience wasn't a total loss in life. I like helping other people get over their fears. It helps me.
Now that I have experience and I have a lot of background, I've educated myself, I've been through the system, I've been around my family who has also been through all of this with me, who've all been very supportive. I can now take all of that experience and use it to help young people to make decisions that will affect their lives.
If we're talking from the peer support aspect, I would say you can't go wrong. No matter what you do, someone out there is going to appreciate what you've done for them. And any information or any support you can provide to them, they're just totally thankful. And to hear the feedback from others as to how important it is, it really makes you feel good.
I felt like with all my experience, felt like I could really support a person. It allowed me to be more of an empathetic listener, really understanding where they were coming from and just not my point of view of things. It's a good way to see the big thing for me. I always tell people, don't let it end your life because there's a whole world still out there.
I think that the one thing that I would say to anyone who's going through an experience with kidney disease is that with strength and support and educating yourself and understanding that you don't have to go through it alone, you can do everything that you want to do.
The one thing I would say to anybody that's a patient, don't be afraid to ask questions. And I don't care where you go with those questions, whether you go to peer support, your nephrologist, your social worker, your doctor. There are so many places to get the answers you need. Kidney.ca provides a lot of information. The people that you see that come back and thank you, to see the information and what it meant to them and the personal aspect of it. For the people that want that personal touch, it means a lot. And also you can always leave yourself open to further contact, which some people take advantage of.
I guess it allows you to, just really feel better knowing that someone is there for you.